Hi everyone, my name is Ellie. I teach sewing and crafts at the library, and today I'm going to show you how to sew your own fabric bunting. Not only is this a great way to use up your scrap fabric, but it is also a great eco-friendly alternative to those really flimsy buntings that you get at the store. So let's get started. For this project, you will need some fabric bias tape, and if you don't already know how to make this, I have a video about it. Some cotton fabric scraps, some cardboard or cardstock to make a pattern, sewing pins, fabric scissors, pen, pencil, or some kind of marking tool, a ruler, and then a sewing machine and an iron and ironing board. So you can use any size bias tape you want for this project. I had some leftover 1/4 inch bias tape from the shoelaces video that I made, so I'm going to use this and make kind of a miniature bunting. If you wanted to make one that's more like a standard size, I would do like 1/2 inch wide or 1 inch. Okay, so then you're going to draw the shape that you want your bunting to be on some cardboard or cardstock. It can be whatever shape you want, just make sure that one edge is straight, because this is the edge that we'll put or fold inside of the bias tape. Then we need to add in our seam allowance, so take your ruler and draw a line 1/4 inch all the way around the shape and cut this out. So then I took my pattern piece and traced it on some scrap fabric, so I've got two of the same kind of fabric here, and I've put them together with the right sides facing, and then I'm gonna sew this around, leaving the flat edge open with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I have this sewn together now, and I'm going to take my scissors and cut off this extra fabric. Make sure that you don't cut through the stitches that you've just made, but get pretty close to them so we don't have a lot of extra fabric bulking up this seam. Okay, and now we're going to turn this right sides out. And then take this to your iron and give it a good press so it's nice and flat. Now we need to pin all of our little bunting shapes where we want them. So to do that, you're going to open up your bias tape, place your shape inside, and then fold this top flap over. And make sure that you're doing about the same distance in between each one. For this smaller one, I'm doing about 3/4 of an inch of space in between. If you're using like a larger bias tape or bunting shape, then maybe go a little bit bigger or wider. Okay, so I've done this for the whole length of my bias tape, but I've left about 4 inches on either end. And again, if you're using a wider bias tape, maybe leave a couple extra inches, because we're going to go back and use this to make a loop to hang it. So now you're just going to take this to your sewing machine and sew all the way down the length of your bias tape. Next, I'm going to take the free end of the bias tape and fold it back on itself and kind of put it at an angle so that the loop is open like this. Now I'm just going to pin this in place and sew this down at my sewing machine. So here's my completed bunting. I can't wait to find a place to put it up in my house. These colors are making me wish it was spring already. So I hope you guys enjoyed this project, and I will see you all next time. Bye!